How about that southbound flatbed right there? You got a radio on.
Good.
Looking pretty good there, sir.
Yeah, that's you with all the cameras there.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering what was going on there.
Yeah, it draws a little bit of attention, but I'm out here making films about you guys, you hard-working guys out here running the roads with good-looking trucks.
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna slide over in front of you and let this traffic get by.
Copy that. You know we all like to show off.
I heard that I did. Where's your location for your drop-off there?
In Newport Richie, coming out of Mountaintop, Pennsylvania.
That's right about around in my neck of the woods. I was just about done for the morning. I was considering heading home, so saw you headed south, so I figured I'd head out behind you.
Copy that. Yeah, deliver a lot of overhead doors down here.
10-4.
Got a website?
Yeah, I do. There's a website, there's a YouTube channel, there's a Facebook page, all that social media stuff. You just put in the old Google machine, Big Rig Videos, and you'll see everything you need to see there.
Copy that. I'm going to check you out.
Well, while we're riding southbound, would you mind talking about your truck? As far as, we know what it is. We can see it's a Pete there. But as far as what you got going?
It's a 605 Cummins with the depth unit. 2021 389. Does what it needs to do. Company truck.
How long have you been driving for?
Been driving since my feet were able to touch the pedal legally since I was 21. So I got about almost 24 years out here.
Very nice. So how'd you get to the point to where you decided to get into the driver's seat there?
My dad drove for years and just kind of was in the blood, you know. Of course, it was a lot more fun back then.
Oh yeah, it was a lot more fun back in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what the guys say, They want to get back to those times. I'm going to take that center lane.
Days are long but gone. Well, I know you're right.
Yeah, I feel like it's all fines and fees anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, we see a lot of smaller companies going belly up anymore. Seems like LTL is beating some of these bigger companies down.
That's exactly right. It's even hard to find a good small company anymore.
Yeah, I drive for RGM Transport out of Bethel, PA. The company's owned by Ryan Good. His dad had goods transport. They haul a lot of dump wagons and hopper bottoms, and then kind of in the blood for him too. I think he's had this for about 15 years now, 14 or 15 years. Started out with a couple of trucks, and in the last couple of years he boosted up from about 30 trucks. We're up to almost 60 now. Keeps a specific look. All the trucks, different colors, but they're all pretty much the same style. If it ain't a 389 or a 379 Pete, it ain't in this fleet.
Yeah, I heard that. A lot of folks up there in Pennsylvania way, they like to maintain good-looking rides, and that's real respectable, and at the same time they got that nostalgic look to it as well.
Got one sitting in the middle down here.
Copy that. He likes to keep the classic look.
What's going on, Mr. Wolf?
You can't tell me when I'm going past him.
Well, they was talking. They got bigger radios than I got.
Yeah, we try to maintain a show quality-ish truck without having that obnoxious, look to it. We keep it pretty compliant with the law, I guess, the way they want to keep it. We do a lot of California and Texas and Colorado, so we got to keep the emissions up to date and keep the look of the truck classic at the same time.
Yeah, when you went by and I was looking at that, there's just enough on the truck to make it look good, spruce it up a little bit, customize a little bit, You know, like the drops on the cab and things like that. Nice looking lights and things, and the pinstripe is, you know, it's just real minimalist, but it still looks good. You know.
Yeah, he likes frame. He likes to keep the frame clean. Not very often you'll ever see a truck out of this fleet that's dirty or not polished up. It's all about the image for us.
Here at Diesel Freak, located in Gaylord, Michigan, just an hour south of Mackinac Bridge, we offer the parts, turbos, manifolds, injectors, fleet service, down to your owner-operator. We have customers with race applications. We have a dyno for diagnostics. What we like to do along with our own apparel is make apparel for others as well. Hats, t-shirts, decals, vehicle graphics, from mild to wild for your truck here at Diesel Freak.
You said it's all about the image, so what are some of the things that you've experienced firsthand because of having a good-looking truck and showing up to the customer with a well-maintained, nice-looking ride?
For me, I like to keep it clean, and I like to keep the customer happy. For us, you don't want to be the guy that pulls in and you got urine bottles falling off the step, and you can see the splash down the side of the truck where the Burger King cup went out the window. We don't want to be that company that, disgusts people when we pull in. We want them to be happy to see us.
Man, all that, brother.
We have a pretty regular set of customers. We've been an in-house carrier for a few years, and we haul a lot of aluminum at a mountaintop also, and we've maintained that customer relationship just by the way we keep our trucks and the way we deal with their customers.
I hear you. I have to really commend you. Sometimes we hear about company drivers that don't care as much about the trucks or their jobs and whatnot, but from what you've said, I would imagine that the folks there at the company would be proud to know that you represent or want to represent the company that way.
Well, you almost kind of have to, because I'd hate to be the guy that ruins a good customer relationship just by being a pig, or just being a jerk. Even when I know the customers are wrong, we still make them feel like they're right. It's all about, keeping that relationship strong.
Yes, sir. I'm going to ask you a different question, a different topic. So when it comes to driving and whatnot, what advice would you give a guy that wants to get into a company truck and make a career out of driving?
Well, I can tell you one thing, you really don't know until you know. There's some companies out here that just want to put you in the truck and push you until you get out the truck and the next guy gets in. I tell a lot of guys, don't go out the gate and buy a truck right out of the gate until you know what you're doing. Do it for a bit, figure it out. The most important thing is the minute you feel like you know everything, get out of the truck, because you're going to kill somebody, because none of us know it all, and it's always changing.
Yeah, you're right about that. You always got to be on your toes and open to learning. Letting the industry, teach you something, show you something.
We have a pretty strict set of safety rules here. Our trucks are all governed at 73. We have forward-facing camera, and we get very lucrative safety bonuses each quarter if we hit our safety marks. And that makes a big difference in the wallet at the end of the year doing that. Company pays well to begin with, but the safety bonus is just to go out here and drive like, a responsible person, and then to get paid for it on top of that makes a big difference.
This is not one of those paid or advertisements or driver recruitment situations, so I appreciate you saying it that way, putting it straight, because, I will make mention of the company, in the video or in the description, so if guys are looking for a company and they want to, poke their head through the door, so to speak, and figure out what's going on, they can check you guys' company out.
I appreciate it. Definitely a good company, and they're still growing. Got a lot more trucks coming yet.
You mentioned that you guys have some set customers, so you guys have dedicated lanes as well. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're all over the country. We have stuff that goes up to Alaska, We have stuff that goes back and forth to the West Coast. RGM Transport is setting up a terminal out in Goodyear, Arizona. We have a handful of trucks out there hauling from, and we have a lot of trucks out of Bethel, PA that we haul from. A lot of aluminum for extrusions, and most of our backhauls are some stuff for them, handful of returns every now and then, but most of our backhauls are steel, handful of lumber every now and then. Majority of our trucks are trailers are Conestogas. We send the open flats down here because the loads out of Florida are not as lucrative as they used to be, so we keep it open flat down here because you just never know what you're going to end up picking up coming out of here.
Well, I appreciate the lowdown on the company. Let me ask you what exit you're going to hop off to go to Newport Richey.
285.
Is that the 52?
Sir.
Roger that. I'm going to hop off right here at 50, head her into Brooksville. But it's been a pleasure talking to you. Glad you had the radio on this morning, and I hope you have a good ride getting down there to Newport Richey. Hope you get out of here unscathed, you know, how Florida is, you know.
I appreciate talking with you, buddy. You have a safe trip.
10-4.